Hi there. In the previous lectures, we talked about the sys module, the time module, and the random module. In this lecture, we'll be talking about the re module. But before we get there, I want to show you a cool feature about strings and what we can do with them. So open your PIDLE, expand it, and type with me. So let's create a new string. String is equal to a random word, ubiquitous. And now let's say if we wanted the first three letters of the string, how would we do that? We'd say string, or let's print this, print string, and then in the square brackets, we're gonna say 0, 3, 0:3. We got ubi. Now let me explain what we did here. So we did string. So we wrote the string name, and then in the square brackets, we did 0 to 3. All this means is start from the first letter, that is 0, and then take the first, the second, and the third letter. So 0, 1, 2. It does not include the third, which would be Q, but it'll take 0, 1, 2. If we said string 0 to 4, what will we get? Ubiq. If we said string 0 to 6, ubiqui. So this is how we can get part of a string by using a square bracket and specifying our range. Now let's say we wanted quitus and we didn't want the ubi. How would we do that? We'd say string 3 0. String 3. So what this does is we say here that take all the letters except the beginning 3. So we don't want the first, the second, or the third, but after that take the rest. We could say something like string 3 to 5 QU. We could say string 1. That would be ubiquitous. So this is the main concept of getting part of a string. You can use these square brackets and specify our range. We'll be doing that in the next lecture. Alright, re module. Re basically stands for regular expression operations. So first, let's import re. Alright. Now, there's a lot of functions you can do with re. If you want to find out, just do dir re. Remember the function we did a few lectures ago? The directory of re will give us all the different types of functions. So you can do a search function, a split function, you can do a compile function, a parse function, sys function, all sorts of functions. Alright. In our app, we'll be using, in our stock app, we'll only be using a few of them. Let's get to it. The first one will be the search. We'll be using re.search. So the re.search takes in two parameters. The first parameter is what are we searching for? For example, let's first create a string. The night was cold and dark and there was no one there. Alright, this is any sentence. Oh, whoops. String is equal to the night was cold and dark. Fine. Now, what we want to do is let's say we want to find out if there was NIG. We're searching for the term NIG. So we'd say re.search. What are we searching for? Let's just search for night. And then comma, what are we searching in? We'll be searching in string. Click enter. Alright, match found. Span 4,9, match night. That means there's a match. But we want to store this in a variable. So we'll say anything. I'm just going to call it M. M is equal to re.search night, comma, string. Alright. Now let's print M. Let's see what we get. We get the same thing. But with this M, we can do stuff. We now know the placement for where night is. So let's say we wanted to get just this. What will we do? Let's create a new variable. Let's call this start. Start should be equal to m dot start. Stay with me here. I'll explain everything. And we know that night is 5 characters long, so we'll say n is equal to m start plus 5. So if I print start, what do I get? I get 4. If I print n, what do I get? I get 9. Now what I can do is I can say string in brackets start to end. Awesome. Now let's explain what just happened. We had a string. Our string was the night was cold and dark. We used the re.search operator or the function to find if there's a night in our string. Now it's always good to use the search option if you know it's there. That's the whole point of it. So re.search night in string. We save that into a variable called m. Now when you print m, you will get this. But using the function m.start, you can save the value, the span value for m.start is equal to start. And you could have also done something like this. m.end. If you print m.end, let's print this. Print m.end. Click enter. 9. So basically, m is our variable that we got from re.search in the string while searching for night. And m.start and m.end correlate to the 4 and the 9. M.start correlates to where it is in the beginning, the first letter, the position of the first letter, and m.end correlates to the position of the last letter. I hope you got that. Let's go over one more example. Let's create another string. String 2 is equal to some random stuff, cheese, and some random stuff, cake, random stuff, pizza. Alright. Now, we want to search in this for cheese. So what do? It's quite simple. Re.search, then in brackets, cheese. What are we searching in? String 2. That should be easy enough, right? It gives us the span 27 to 33. Now, if you want to get the span, what do? We do dot start and dot end. So first, let's save it into a variable. Let's just call it position is equal to re.search, then in brackets, cheese, comma, string 2. Awesome. Okay, whoops. All right. Click enter. Nice. Now we have position.start and position.end. There we go. So if we just want to get the cheese out of the string, all we have to do now is say string 2 in brackets position.start colon position position.end cheese. All right, I hope you're getting it now. We've gone through 2 examples. You should be getting the hang of it. First, we search, store it into a variable. Then we use the m.start and .end functions to get the beginning letter's position, the final letter's position, and then using what I taught you over here by putting a colon to getting part of a string out, we'll use the exact same function here and then get out cheese. Awesome. So this is mainly the whole concept of regular expressions. Now, there's a lot more to it, but for the next lecture, all we're going to need is this. In the next lecture, I plan to make a stock app, which when entered a stock, for example, FB, will return the stock value. See you in the next lecture.